Hello my friends, so where am I now? I am on the way to Lancelin Sand Dunes. It is at the moment around almost 4 p.m. in the afternoon. I rented this car from Europe Car Macedon Perth area. This is the car I rented from Europe Car. It is the MGZ1. It is a two-wheel SUV. As a tourist, you need to get your international driving license before you can rent the car and go around. And one of the things to check out at all car rental areas is to make sure that the car can go up to unlimited mileage. To drive here as a tourist from Malaysia, you need to get your international driving license before heading here. Just go to the nearest JBJ and get it done. It's going to cost around ringgit 150 and the validity is around 1 year. Before I came to Perth, I asked the car rental, a lot of the car rentals, if I could use my digital driving license here in Perth. They said that it's better to get the international driving license in case the police checks the car. So far while I am here, I have not met any police stops, but it is better to get your international driving license in case there is any police stop, and because they cannot access the Malaysian database, so it's good to have the physical copy of the international driving license. Anyways, now we are going to Lancelin Sand Dunes. It is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I am going to reach the sand dunes at around 5 p.m. estimated from Google Maps. This is the Lancelin Sand Dunes. It is one of the tourist spots here in Perth. More on Lancelin in the next video. This is a tour of the route to Lancelin Sand Dunes. So in case you plan to come here to Lancelin, this is the route to Lancelin Sand Dunes. It is good to come to the sand dunes before 5 p.m. so you can rent the sandboards that you can use on the slopes on top of the sand. But when you reach there at 5 p.m, basically most of the sandboard rentals are all closed and you cannot rent any sandboards anymore. This is one of the most amazing places that exists in Australia, and you will never see it in places like Malaysia where I come from, which is all forests, tropical forests, so you get more forests and there are no deserts there. I am getting closer and closer to the sand dunes. This is one of the places that is worth a visit if you do come to Australia to visit, especially to Perth. Okay, now in front of us is the sign where you can see Lancelin and just turn in, but do have Google Maps on or Apple Maps on to find the exact location to make your life more easier. Okay, this is the sign and I'm turning right. I'm coming from the Pinnacles, not from Perth City, so I'm turning right. But if you're from the Perth City, you're going to turn left. Okay, another 7 kilometers before reaching Lancelin Sand Dunes. The sand there is all white, so I'm not sure why. It's quite clean too, so you do not need to worry about getting your feet dirty and so on.
Starting route to Lancelin Sand Dunes. In 6.5 kilometers, turn right onto Jinjin Road.
是真的是挺近哦。10点2个字。啊？什么东西？哦。
So, is there any entrance fee to Lancelin Sand Dunes? The answer is no. You just need to find your parking and make sure to get an SUV if possible if you come here to drive along the sandy roads to make sure the car does not get stuck there. After a while of driving, you see this town here and then just go straight until you see a sign, but just check the Google Maps to find the exact location. It is found on Google Maps or Apple Maps.
Turn right onto City Street, then take the first left onto Butu Street. Turn right onto Sydney Street, then turn left onto Butu Street. Turn left onto Butu Street. Turn left onto Butu Street. In 700 meters, turn left onto Desert Road. In 600 meters, turn right at Desert Road.
Okay, now once you see this sign here, you're already here at Lancelin Sand Dunes area, and there's some more driving till reach the main area. It is quite a big area, so it is good to drive around instead of walking. In front of us is where you can rent some of the sandboards, but they are all closed while I reach here because it is almost 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Also rent some ATVs if you want to drive around the sand. Okay, now I'm driving a bit more further directly to the sand dunes area. If you want to walk from here, I think you have to walk another 20 minutes before you reach the sand dunes, so I'm driving in a bit more further. But to get there, I think it is advisable to get an SUV to make sure your car do not get stuck there. The cars parked in front is where we are heading to at this point of time. It takes around 5 minutes to reach that particular area, and imagine if you're walking there, it takes maybe around 20 minutes. In front of us, some of the Australians are carrying the sandboards towards the sand dunes. You can rent the boards for around 10 Australian dollars because I roughly checked the price, and then just head to the sand dunes and enjoy yourself. Okay, the video is going to end here. In the next video, we're going to explore Lancelin Sand Dunes and see a lot of Australians enjoying themselves. I also enjoyed watching them sliding down the sand with the sandboards.